What's up, guys? Honestly, I don't make a lot of videos because I'm always working, always doing something. Um, Earlier this year, I actually sold my house to move closer to my job. That happened in July. I moved July 4th, actually, on the holiday, and just been working. And what happened was on October 21st, I got laid off. And this is actually the second time I've been laid off. Not from that job, but overall in my whole entire life. The first time was so devastating. I cried for a whole week before I did anything about it. This time I did cry for the day. Um, but then later that day, I actually, because I knew, I applied for unemployment. I gathered all the information that I needed in order to do that. Um, I'm not saying it's not devastating. It is because I literally moved to this new apartment only in July to be with the company that actually laid me off. It was a 50-mile difference between the old office space and the new office space. And yeah, I felt I had moved because it was an hour and a half drive each way. Um, I couldn't deal with it. So here I am. Oh, and if you wanted to know the signs of you might get laid off, this one did not come. Well, this one did not come. I did not know about it. So I knew maybe a minute before it happened because my boss came in and she said, "Oh, um, the the director needs to see you in her office. With there's a meeting, and there's no meeting scheduled. They generally don't have meetings like that. They generally have maybe Teams meetings or informal calls. So this was out of the normal and the norm. And so I knew because that's what happened the first time I got laid off from a different company. And so I knew. I did not cry in front of them at all. I signed the papers because I know that the sooner you sign, the sooner you can get paid. Um, so I was there for about 4.5 years. I was offered 5 weeks of severance. That's kind of standard, about 1 week of pay per year of service that you worked for the company. Um, they escorted me out. They didn't want me to go back and get my things uh, because it was not a performance. I know it wasn't performance. I've seen their financials. They aren't doing too well. I'm not going to tell you which company it is. Uh, but let's just say in this economy, I 100% get it. I do. Um, there wasn't any hard feelings because I know this, that their financials aren't good. It wasn't, it wasn't performance based. It wasn't for anything related to not getting along with people because I got along with pretty much everyone, including my boss, my coworkers, pretty much everyone. So, yeah, so that happened. Um, so I knew that I had severance. I knew that I could collect unemployment. They even gave me documents, for next steps. Had to look into insurance. I would say the first thing is when you get laid off, besides applying for unemployment, is basically to make sure all your addresses are updated to your current address. Otherwise, you might get mailings for things like Cobra, um, your 401k. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to roll that over once you become inactive in that system, um, instead of letting it sit there because that's your money. Like, just because you don't work there anymore, that's still your money. Like, every single dollar that your employer matched and all the money that you contributed, it's yours. You could keep it with their financial manager, or you could roll it over. I prefer rolling it over because I've gone through so many jobs. So I would rather keep everything all in one place, and I have a financial advisor who looks after that, all the IRA rollover money. Um, so uh, besides applying to jobs, um, living life, I did sign up with the gym maybe a few weeks before I got laid off. So I am now working on, besides applying to jobs, I am also working on my health and fitness. Uh, I did finally get the personal training session at my gym. I love this gym actually. It's called Club Studio. What I like about it is even though the fee seems more than a lot of other gyms, like technically you basically have unlimited access to classes. You could take as many classes as you like. You could have that, and that gym generally isn't packed, especially during the day. So, and there's also workshops too. So I did this body scan, and obviously, I guess in the past few years it's been stressful, and it looks like I gained about 10 to 15 pounds or so. So, while I'm looking for a new job, I am also going to be working on my health and fitness. It said I'm 31.2% body fat. Oh, I need to get that down. Aiming to be 20% or less. Somewhere between 18 and 20% would be great. Uh, so I'm going to be working on that. I've actually learned a lot from that one the free personal training session. So if you have a club studio close to you, I'm gonna 100% recommend that gym because I think already I've lost a few pounds before that scan. Maybe because I know that my pants feel a little bit better. I don't even know how to say it. It feels not tight. It at least they fit on a lot better. So, but I don't know where I was 100% before that. Uh, I was just too busy working, getting everything together. But yeah, so that's all I have for today. Um, oh, I am going through the process of making cool smoothies because I have all this free time. So I did recently make this one I call a pumpkin pie smoothie. Um, I might make a video on that one. Um, I've had other people try it and they said it's awesome actually. So yeah, I might make a video on that, or I might put out a recipe somewhere, maybe on my Instagram or uh, I haven't decided, but I am exploring those things, and also uh, I will give updates on where I'm at and what's going on.